All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I want to get into today is truthfully not really trusting your insurance policies. Now, I know sometimes I come off kind of being harsh, but I think a lot of people are misled regarding insurance policies. That could go for your health, that can go for your automobile, that can go for anything. I don't care if it's in your home, a policy you may have on your real estate of some sort, your home, business, all these different types of things, because I think a lot of people truly don't know what they have or what they're paying for. As much as they may think they do, a lot don't. I've been actually going back and forth just recently, even with my father, regarding something as simple as dental, like going to the dentist thinking you're covered, right? A lot of people, I think, sometimes think, again, they're covered a lot more than they are. And they're paying a certain amount of fees per month, and they have some type of protection. And then at the end of the day, they really don't have barely anything at all. He just recently went through this with our dentist that he's one of our favorite guys, or at least he's one of my favorite guys. And our dentist is a very honest dude. And he finally told my father, because I should backpedal a little bit. He thought on his policy, because it says dental's included, the way it's written. And usually, at the very least, when you have, some type of health insurance, when it says dental, it usually at least covers one cleaning, sometimes two a year. And it also covers a certain percentage off if you have certain things being done. It doesn't necessarily cover root canals or braces or anything in that nature, but it does offer some type of discount. Also, it depends on your network. I'm not going to sit here and talk about what policies are what with insurance regarding dental, but you get my point. But when he went to the dentist, our dentist, the dentist said basically you have absolutely nothing. My father couldn't believe this because it said dental on there. So after going back and forth, he finally realized that, they cover absolutely nothing. It's just written on there. What they do cover is him sitting in the chair and opening his mouth, which is basically nothing. Because what are you going to, a charge where you go there, you sit down, and if nothing has to be done, you just walk out. But who's going to go to the dentist most likely that has no problem at all, or go there not even for a cleaning or x-ray? So none of it really made sense. But I see this a lot too with over the years, just so you know, especially if you're younger. And I try to teach a lot of young guys really how to protect themselves. But I think a lot of guys, when they get certain insurance policies, again, especially automotive, cars, motorcycles, I don't care if it's a Sea-Doo, they don't know they don't know what protection they have. They usually, a lot of times, just may sign up for the cheapest thing they can get a hold of. They may even have a friend, a family member, or somebody in the industry, and talking a lot of shit. No one reads their contracts. No one, I think, a lot of times pays attention again, and they just get whatever. And then something happens, and you may get in an accident. It may not even be your fault, and before you know it, you're in a really bad position, even though you thought you may again have been covered. And I'm not going to go on and on and on with this podcast regarding this. All right, and I don't care if you have a boat again, a car, a home, or all these things. Please pay attention to what you're signing up for. Not only just insurance, but just paperwork or virtual. Whenever you're signing your name to certain things, make sure you understand what you're signing. I talk a lot about this in my previous podcasts because I don't, again, think people like to read any longer. I really don't. I think we get bullshitted a lot. We'll talk to people on the phone over certain things. Most of those people don't even know what the hell they're talking about either. And a lot of times, even if you're dealing with somebody, again, I kind of brought it up regarding a mortgage or a car loan, that a lot of people, again, you just sign to sign, and before you know it, you're upside down financially. You're paying too much money. Your interest rate is a lot higher than you thought it was, or you may have a loan that you didn't know increased after a certain amount of time. The length is longer than you thought. All these things you have to pay attention to because it could be it could be something that can really damage you later in life, and a lot of people don't realize it. So please pay attention to that, all right? And I'm going to actually wrap it up there. Sometimes I like to do podcasts that go for 10 minutes, sometimes 15, some 20. But in this case, I just wanted to do a quickie. And, just really pay attention. I am by no means an expert when it comes to insurance or making financial decisions for anybody or anything in that nature, but I definitely think I'm kind of pretty savvy when it comes to not, kind of protecting myself at this point in time in my life. And you know how I feel about that? I'm just going to tell you is I don't trust anyone or anything. And it's one thing me and my father kind of go back and forth on that we do agree on is not trusting anyone. And that doesn't mean we're assholes or we want to attack people, I think. I just think if you live long enough, you start to see how much you've been taken advantage of and others. And there's just so many cons and so much bullshit out there that it just gets overwhelming. You may have even, what really blows me away is a lot of times even with certain policies and extended warranties that you have to keep doing and all this stuff. And I find it amazing that they keep wanting you to buy extended warranties. And I keep thinking in my head, if I need all these extended warranties, how shitty is your product? Because when I was younger, I don't know about anybody else, things just lasted a lot longer. And I don't want to be the guy who sounds like, oh my God, in the old days, everything was made this way. I get it. Who the hell wants to hear that? But if I have to have a warranty and say it ends in 1 or 2 years, which a lot of them do, whatever you're getting, and then you have to have a warranty, and shit's breaking down, and I see it myself. If things aren't even lasting, over 2, 3, 4 years, what? I mean, you can't even, back up your own product, and I see that not only with cars. I'm not even going to get into cars, boats, motorcycles, or any of that. I'm talking even computers, and I'm not going to sit here and start throwing people under the bus, but I've had some, I have many computers throughout my life, and it's amazing how a lot of different devices break down so quickly and how they're not willing to back their product. But at the same time, they want you to spend a ton of money on their product. I just find it is kind of a crazy world right now where I do think a lot of things being manufactured are shitty, and they don't want to admit it, and they're charging a lot more money than it's actually worth. But we're kind of in a situation like a phone or a computer or certain things where we have to pay it, even a car. But I'll tell you something. If you get savvy, I will say with a car or with certain things, you don't have to be burned. I'm just telling you right now. You can find deals. You just got to, really research. And especially with cars, if you're going to start going out and buying new cars, I discuss this a lot, man. Don't be shocked when you're upside down thousands upon thousands of dollars and you owe a lot of money. You can't get rid of your car. It could be a motorcycle. It could be any type of a boat, especially. Jesus, talk about devaluing. Don't be shocked when that happens. Don't wait to get burned. Ask your friends, family members again, colleagues, hey, what would you do in this situation? Would you buy this car new? Would you buy it used? As a sports car, you're maybe thinking about what's the devalue on this? Do your research. That could go for a boat. That could go for anything. I don't care if it's jewelry. Pay attention so you don't get burned. All right? All right. Hey, just a real quick thing. If you do have a lot of jewelry, be very aware of that. And if you are going to get insurance for that jewelry, which you might want to do, I will say. But again, don't pay too much money. But I will say a lot of people's jewelry does get stolen out of their home or when they travel. And if you have an insurance policy, a good one, a decent one with them, they will back you up. You just have to make sure you're legit. Because a lot of times when it comes to jewelry, a lot of people buy jewelry and then they fall in hard times and they have insurance and they pull a scam and either go out and sell it or pretend they lost it, file a policy, and a lot of people sometimes get busted doing that shit. I wouldn't necessarily do that, but I'm just telling you, if you do have jewelry and you wear it, and it could be a nice ring, if you got a great watch and you travel, like I said, or anything, it could be someone even in your household, you can have a party, they come in, ransack the whole place, even when you're not there, and all your shit's gone, and you have no insurance, especially with jewelry, it's most likely gone. All right? All right. Yeah, a gun too. Don't forget, protect yourself with all that shit. Make sure you just take care of yourself, all right? All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. You get a chance, check out my website, therichcelenza.com. I have a bunch of different stuff out there you could find out about. masteringselfconfidence.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So take care, and I wish you nothing but the best. Read the fine print. If you don't want to, find somebody else that will. You may even have to pay him. It could be an accountant. It can be an acquaintance. I don't give a shit. Make sure you know what you're getting when you're paying for it, especially insurance. All right, peace out.